Okay, and just Harry, if you can do the camera a bit. You guys can see us all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we go into the technique phase, we will we'll stop the sharing and the file, and we'll just go into the actual technique bit. So I'm not sure who has partners and who doesn't, but I'm going to treat it like everyone's got a partner, and that way, because I'm treating this like a lesson, but it's a more other than being there in person, I'm trying to get you engaged for a few things. So we'll just hit the next slide, Harry. Okay, so my aim for you guys have to take away the technique, okay? So otherwise you could just Google it and get the technique at home. And what I want to do though, is fault correct and fix it up and give you some avenues to actually identify deep half guard, know what it is, know what to do with your legs, your arms, etc., etc. Gain deep half guard from a number of different positions, so standing, kneeling, partway through the roll. You can go quite deep quite quickly, and you can get a pretty good result even seated. So I'm going to take you through those methods, and then maintaining it. There's a lot of not weaknesses, there's vulnerabilities. And for me, deep half guard's always been about getting in there, pivoting the person over and moving on. And then just in my research of recent, obviously to prepare for this lesson, I realized that, you can also enter the legs and a whole lot of other things. So my first exposure to deep half guard was about 7 years ago when we actually did a deep dive back then, and we had John Will take us through a whole lot of material as well. So I'm sort of going back to there a little bit, but also just doing some of the stuff that works for me. I'm going to do basic fault finding with everyone. Make sure you all can walk away with a sort of technique today, and try and give you 3 sweeps. I'm just trying to read what else I've said, and maybe an upgrade to X guard into a leg entry, and a few other things that you can do from there. All right, next slide, Harry. Okay, let's talk about the position. There's a leg position, high knees wrapped around the other person's leg line, and I'll go into detail there. There's hand grips, high and low, gable, grabbing the cloth of the other person, not having the hand versus below the knee, above the knee, and on the other leg. There's also some hooking positions with your feet that we need to talk about as well, and the head position. Sometimes the head can be sort of seated like a pillow on the other person's knee. For me, believe it or not, that doesn't happen that often. Maybe in a lesson, maybe in a instructional, it kind of happens. And in a role it can happen, but most of the time it's fairly fluid, and I'm transcending past that knee line and moving on to something else. Okay, so if we just stop sharing the video, the PowerPoint. Okay, good. Does that give you a bigger screen of what we're doing here? Now let's have a look at this position. All right, so does camera work? Let's just see if we can get down to my leg line here, Harry. I want the legs. Yep, a bit more, You guys see my feet?
Yeah.
And knees. You guys see the full around. Okay, good. All right, can everyone see my knees and feet?
Yep.
Yep.
Good. So I want everyone practicing just going like this. So from one knee side, and then putting your hands on the floor, going to the other knee. So if you've got good knees, you should be able to basically touch your knee to the ground and sit like this. So that's what I want you to do. So just moving from side to side very quickly, just do 5 or 6 of those. This is more for the person who's offering up their legs today, okay? So they're just going to be nice and warmed up. All right, so the position itself, Harry comes in to the video and he's down on the ground. Now, just stand up quickly. We'll just try and figure this out here. I'm going to go into the entry. I just need this camera down a fraction. Yeah. All right, good. So Harry's putting out his leg like this. We're just and seated up on his knee. So and he's got his leg out. I'm just showing the position at the moment. So if in your household, Lucas, if you get someone involved, and Greg in your house, if you can do the same. Yeah, I can see young son's got his leg up. What I'm going to do is I'm coming in inside his leg and I'm going to seat him back like this. So can everyone see that? So I've got my head this time for the lesson. I've actually got it on his knee. I'm deep under him and I've got my knees can be my feet can either cross over here and I want to be tied up on here. So I'm strapping myself to this front leg. The reason is I've pivoted under, and I'll show you how to get here later, but right now we need to identify the position. So my legs are, I can go high on the knee, up towards the knee line, and I can do a gable grip here, high on the thigh. If this hand happened to come past, I could track that as well. And that kind of takes away a post. In effect, I've taken away a rearward post and I can knock him over rearwards. My head doesn't have to be on the pillow. In effect, I would be trying to come up into here, come up high on here. And so I've gone right under him. Now, I just need to have a look at your position. Make sure you guys can do it, because that's the aim, is that you guys get the actual position. Okay, so I'll talk you through it. Lucas, you're going to lie down and your feet are going to point in the same direction as your dad's. Yep, one either side. Now, your father, Boris, can you get your legs straight up, the one that he's on? Straighten it out towards the, yeah, push it that way. Yep, go further. Now, what I want you to do is to cross your legs over it, Lucas. That's it. And with your hands, place your hands above, place your hands above the leg and gable grip onto that single leg. Yep. Now pull that leg close to you. Okay, good. Greg, in your household, can you just lower your camera? Thanks. I just can't see anything. Yeah, obviously I can see. Just a bit more. I can't see the floor. Yeah, perfect. Good. All right. So now you've both got good positions. What I want you to do is to get underneath more and get your head sort of strapped to the leg. Yeah, there. And now wrap your legs. Okay, good. If you see the arm above, try and grab it. Just grab it, that arm above, and strap that in. Yeah, with both hands. Grab it. Now, if you were to do a violent roll towards your opponent's back, they should roll over. Just do that quickly. Go towards their back. So away from the camera. In Greg's case, but in Lucas, you roll towards the window. Oh, it's frozen, I think. Oh, do it again, buddy. I didn't see it. Yep. Now roll him over. Good. Okay, excellent. Greg, you guys reset. Are you all right? Yep. Okay, reset. Yeah, good job. All right, so let's do the position again, simply because I haven't shown you how to get there. I've just basically all I'm doing is just getting you to identify the position and go there. It's like getting into an arm bar at the end of the arm bar and putting it on. All right, good. So grab your deep half position, deep half guard position. So strap yourself in, Lucas. That's it. And grab that arm if it's there. Good. lift your knees off the ground a bit. Lift your knees up high, Lucas. That's it. And then roll your father over. Go, roll. Big violent roll. Good job. And yeah, watch the window. Okay, cool. All right, excellent. Down in your family, Greg, can you all go through it? Work your way through it.
Okay.
So yeah, so setting up the position, your legs are wrapped under, your left hand is under the leg and grabbing that arm. Good. Now you want to strap yourself to, yeah, that's excellent. Your knee position's excellent. Now, when you turn towards away from the camera, violently roll over and are we still on? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So roll away now. Use your hips and roll over. Okay, and steady there. Good job. Reset. Just open up the shed door and put the camera, put this just out towards the side a bit. This one, just put it out. Okay, good. We're just fixing up the internet here. I think it just got a little bit unstable. It does that time to time. All right, so you've all had a go at the position?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I just want to grab Harry when he comes back. Just show you a couple of things. All right, so I'll put this camera on the floor. Good, that should be good. And I'll just move this out to the side when it's behind like that. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so I'm going into Harry's deep half guard, right? So from here, any stage I get, I can come in. Now, I get my legs up high. Just fix the camera. Oh, it's okay. So here, my legs are up high. I keep them up high. If they're low, Harry could reach with that leg and just push them down and free his leg. So that's the first thing. I have to keep my legs up high and I grab gable grip and I pull on this leg here. Now, I am vulnerable, so I do have to be careful. Now, this is a low grip, believe it or not. If I go the other leg, right, I can reach up here and start moving him the other way. Now, what I can do is bring this knee over and attack the other leg. But we're not doing that today, but just realize that your legs can swing onto the other leg. I can attack this leg here. So what we're going to move on to is 3 sweeps. We're going to do the IA, the classic sweep that you should do from deep half guard. And it is this. So sweep number 1, I drive his knee to the ground. So I'm here and I rotate towards you, towards the camera. And I drive this knee with my hips. So just move that leg for a second, Harry. My hips will rotate towards the camera. My arm in the gable grip rotates towards the camera. So everything rotates towards the camera and Harry's right knee will sit here. If he rolls over, well, that's the sweep. But he might not roll over. So there's 3 sweeps and they're all connected. And they depend on Harry's reaction. So he's here. So I take him over. The knee hits the ground. Now he might continue rolling over. Boom. Then I'll take that. But he might not. So right now, maybe I grab this hand and I roll him this way. He's going to roll over. Boom. And that's the first sweep. So that is, you are rolling forward this time. That's the first sweep. That's number one sweep. And obviously you can see that they could post. And if you take that hand away and trap it, they won't post, but they still might post with the other arm. So I'll just do it a couple of times for you so you can see what's happening. So I'm here. I've come into deep half guard and I get here. Now, oh, what's it done?
You've been signed out because your account is signed in from another device.
We can still see you.
You can still see me?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Just click OK, I guess.
If I click OK, does that ruin me?
No, just click.
Okay, cool. Someone's done something. All right, good job. So bear with me, guys. I want this to be a learning experience. The challenge of doing this over the line, but that's what I want to do. So the foot's in here. So sweep number one. And it's just, I'm either going to roll towards you or away from you. You can see the two sweeps, can't you? If I'm lucky and I get that hand, then so be it. Boom. But if I don't get it, I will try and roll Harry down. Boom. Now, Harry's posting, but let's say he doesn't post and I roll him over. I'm on top. Now that's sweep number one. Now, what happens is they post and then I do something totally different, okay? But right now, I just want you, I know you've got wooden floors and carpet, just to do sweep one, person on top, you're just going to roll. And then the next action is you will stop it. So I'll have a look at you guys doing it. So you're going to roll towards your video cameras.
Slowly and carefully. Just go.
Okay, good. Yes. And then you end up, Lucas, you end up on top. So pin the leg and we will do the pass. Okay, good. Greg and your family, let's see. Rolling forward towards the camera. Yes. Puts a hand down, but he keeps rolling because in this one, yep, good. Go with him, go with him, go with him. Excellent. And now you can, yeah, that's good. I think, and just looking at it, because I think that's pretty good for with no mats on the floor, so it's comfortable for you. All right, Lucas is doing it again. Good, rolling over. Okay, excellent. Now, in the background there, let's have a look there very quickly. Okay. Lucas doing it again.
All right, we'll move out the way and so these.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And just do it again. Why? Because he will be able to give you instructions.
Hear me? You guys can still hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just watching the background here. Do it a couple of times. Okay, good. Getting in deep, grab that hand, lift your legs up, hips, and roll all the way over towards the camera. Complete roll, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just a little bit jumpy. Okay, good job. Now, that's sweep one, and they're very fluid. So what I want to do is do them so that they're a lot easier in real life than trying to do them statically. But I understand you also don't have mats, so that's cool as well, right? So we just, yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to just do some entries into deep half and you'll just see how easy it is to get. What I'm trying to do is pull them onto me. So any stage I can pull a leg, a knee onto my chest, I can enter deep half. That's the really cool thing about this guard. Yes, I can be in half guard and do it, but I can also just enter it from other positions. So just watch this. So I'm here with Harry, and he's got a leg in front of him. So technically, I can put a shin, right, here, under here, and rotate in and pull him out. And I can extend that leg and I go into deep half. And look, the knee's going down. I may get the first roll. No, he counters. So I'll take him back the other way. Maybe. So there's the two sweeps, those two sweeps, one goes one way, one goes the other, and you've kind of done both, and it just depends. But just watch how I enter. So for today's practice, Harry's simply going to stand and put a leg here. I think we need to get the motion. So I'm not going to do it as technical as what we would in class. I'm going to get you to, you know you've got to swing your head that way. So my legs are here. I'm simply going to, he comes in a bit closer just for the camera, because otherwise I'll be out of the camera. So I've got one leg either side of him. I was initially like this. I grab the leg and I'll spin towards him. And I'll pull the knee onto me. Pull it onto me. Boom. Knee goes to the ground. And now I'm in deep half. Now I can cable grip here and go even deeper by butt jacking him forwards. And I'm nearly out, and I can roll him maybe, or I can roll back the other way. So I just want to do that again. So this little entry, the legs up. And I've got one leg either side, and I can just grab. Doesn't matter how you grab. You can go underneath, you can do whatever. Technically, I would put shin to shin on this side. And I would then, as I roll through, extend my leg and take him out and down, right? And butt him forward. Okay, that's technically how you do it, but I know you don't have mats. So for today, I just want the foot in, your feet are up, and you're going to pivot under him. So the first step, I'll get everyone to do it, is foot in. We'll call that foot in. Everyone do foot in. Someone stand up. Good. One person seated. Good. One person puts a foot in. Now, I'm sitting up. You guys sit up as well, because you're not lying. Because you know, just practice this for now, but don't do it because they hit their knee on the ground pretty hard. Just practice putting this leg on shin to shin and grabbing the knee. Just practice doing that. So shin to shin and grab the knee, right? And you go elbow deep. You go elbow deep. Good. What you're doing with your shin is I'm using that when I pivot to kick his foot away from me. So maybe you can try it. Let's just try that. So I go here. Now I'm going to pivot towards the other leg of Harry. I pivot around. As I pivot around, I'm going to lift this foot with the shin of the other leg, and he falls down. Now I'm going to grab gable grip and kick butt, jerk him up. Boom. So I get right under him.
It's fine. Benny, over the side.
All right, let's see what they're doing. Okay, good. All right, Lucas, show me what you're doing.
So,
Chin grab, pivot. Not too bad. That was pretty good.
let me do it first. So you have one leg on the side, but now he's teaching you more complicated to put both legs on one side, Chelsea. That's all that you would do. Okay. Look.
Okay, so what you can do, you don't have to do shin to shin, but you can just pivot under them and you'll end up with both legs on either side of the leg. Just try that. So pivot towards them and go into the position. That's it. Lucas, you're doing a good job there, buddy.
Around so that your head's going to be up on that knee, that thigh.
You don't give it like that. How do you
You swing. Like that. Yeah, great. Show the kids.
That's good. That's good. And then you keep rolling. Just keep rolling. And then you take them over.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. How do you do that?
Go. Let's keep going.
He's not
Okay,
like,
well done, everyone. So what I'm trying to show you is that's from a seated entry into it. Now, you're the pivot point. So my body, they pivot around me. So the deeper I can go on my opponent, the easier it is to pivot them. And there's a lot of sweeps that follow this principle. And so this is actually, I think deep half guard actually teaches this principle the best, because you can see, you can feel that you've got them and you've gone under them, and then you're going to take them over. All right. So now we're going to do, you've sort of gone two directions, which is, I call that 1 and 2, but you could call it whatever you want to call it. I just say first sweep is towards the camera, second sweep is away. The problem is they might not go over. That is a problem. Okay. They sort of, because if you don't have their hands, they will stop, and you are halfway to the back and you're thinking, gosh, I can get the back. So what I'm going to do now is talk you through it, and you're going to have a go at it. And then I'm going to show you a little clip of something that was done about 7 years ago in my school. All right, so Harry's here. This time we're going to go from half guard. So deep half, most of the time comes off a half guard, but people that do a lot of deep half realize, oh, I can do this from anywhere. And I will show you off standing as well. So Harry's down on the ground and we're doing half guard. Now, we probably haven't done half guard before. Half guard is when I've got one leg between Harry's and sitting over the top, and I'm in here, and Harry could be pushing into me. Yeah, he could be doing whatever and coming into me. I've got frames up, so I'm stopping this shoulder, because if he cross faces me, that's no good. And if he crushes me down, that's no good. So this leg can either be on his hip, it can be up a bit higher, or it can be just here. So if Harry jumps out for a second, I've got my right leg over the leg, in between his legs, over the other one, and I'm framing here. I'd like us all to do half guard very quickly so I can have a look at that. Right foot in, yep. Foot over the top. Framing to stop his hands. That's it. Good. Other knee up. Good, Lucas. That's good, Greg. Okay. And I can't see the other two pairs in your photo, but I assume they're doing the right thing. Switch over, guys. Just want to have a look.
Yep. If your knee up further, yes.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Use it. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Yeah, nice. That's a good half guard.
I'm trying.
Okay, and steady. So you can have, half guard is a whole game in itself. It has about 3 or 4 sweeps. You can go out the back door. There's a lot of things you can do from half guard. And deep half is how I learned. I learned deep half from half guard, but I now can do it from other areas, because I know that as soon as I get a knee to my chest and I roll, I put them in deep half. So if we're here and we're in half guard, right? And I'm framing. If you think about it, how do I get to deep half guard? Is I've got to go here. This right hand needs to go under. So if we just turn that to the camera a little bit, so they can see the gap. There, yeah, good. Just a little bit more. So yeah, so I'm in half guard. You can all see that. I'm going to take my near side to the ground hand and go elbow deep underneath this knee, like this.
Yep.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to go near side to the ground, elbow deep underneath. Boom. So in other words, my hand, just turn to the camera, my hand is out the back side here. My other hand, I've got to be aware of underhooks. So if Harry, I have to go under here. And now I go under. So I've got two underhooks happening. So my right hand goes under and my left hand goes under. So I'm here. Boom. Now, I'll just have a look at the camera. Yeah, now I'm under Harry, but I'm still in half guard. I'm not in deep half guard. So what I do is I gable grip my hands behind his buttock, and I'm going to show you the camera angle, and I jackhammer him forward. Boom. So now I'm starting to enter deep half. And then I can come to here and do the first roll. So I'll just show you with Harry's to the back of the camera so you can see a different angle. So I'm here in half guard. And I've just got the classic half guard and I'm framing. I'm going to take my right hand and my left hand and go under him. So now one's in between and one's on the outside. I'm going to gable grip. I'm not in deep half guard yet. I'm in half guard. And I haven't got his weight on me. His weight is currently on the ground, so he could posture if he wanted to. But what I need to do, we'll just go back from the wall a bit. Good. Is I need to get under him and jerk him forward. And now I've got the leg. I'm now in deep half guard. So I've got this leg here trapped, and I can lift it with this leg. I can do it here. And I could technically roll him, but he's got both hands on the ground. That's okay. So let's see how we go with that little movement. I'd like you to all get it because we're going to do what we call out the back door, and that gets to the back. And that's the third sweep I want to do today, which is not really a sweep, but is actually the main response to the opponent putting their hands out. So if you can just show me, first of all, half guard. Okay, I'm watching Lucas here. Half guard, frames, goes underhook with right hand, around, and then rolls his dad over. Now the size difference is massive, yet Lucas, you did that very well. So well done. Only this time, Boris, I don't want you to roll over because we're trying to do number 2, which is out the back door. So I'll just tell you something. Sweep 1, you roll forward. Sweep 2, they stop. You don't have the energy to roll backwards. So you've got to go out the back door. In between you going out the back door, maybe they posture and then you can go to sweep 3, which is taken back over. Yeah, good. Stop there. That's where I want you to stop. Good. And I'm now going to, we'll continue.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't meant to.
It's all right. We'll just give it a try.
yeah.
Okay, good. It froze a little bit. That's all right.
Yeah.
Your ass.
Yep. Now, Gable grip and shunt them forward. That's it. Shunt him forward. That's good. And you could probably feel you could roll him, but he's got his hands posted. Greg's hands are posted, so you're not going to roll him.
Yep, okay, same with you.
That's good.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's good too, Lucas.
You guys are fine. Have you got behind her ass? Yes.
Okay, and watching this way. So, really happy with that. I mean, you're getting a good understanding of it. It's you know, it is what it is over Zoom. But I now want to get this bit. Oh yes, this is the cool bit to this technique. So this technique, and I'm going to show you a clip from John Will 7 years ago. He taught this exact move, and I do it. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite things, and so it looks like this. So we're in half guard, and I've gone in for deep. And as I've gone through, I grab, just make sure they can see that. Hang on, we're back. Wide scanner camera. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, it's a little bit different to before, but I just kind of think it might work better here. I'm in half guard. I go deep. One hand goes through. The hand that goes through, I'm going to use my right hand and it's going to grab his foot, this closest leg. So watch, I go through and I grab his foot. Can everyone see that?
Yep.
Yes?
Yeah.
Grab his foot. Good. Now what I'm going to do, I've got the underhook on this side and I'm going to, here, I brought him forward. I'm going to place my left hand, I'm going to pass the foot over to my left hand. And so my right hand's free now, but it's just still in there. So I've gone from right hand to left hand. I grab the toes, I pull into his buttock. Then with my left leg, I'm going to do a scorpion's tail. And I'm going to lift his foot up and kick my right leg out. So now you can see that I'm here and I can come out the back door to here. So I'm going to do that again. We'll change the camera angle. We'll go like this way. Then I'll show you John's clip, and I filmed it. I was on the camera, so you'll get a better view of this footage in a minute. But I want to explain it and have a crack at it. So I'm in half guard. This is number 2. This is when you get them forward and they don't do anything else. I go deep. I go underhook on this side and I grab the foot. I grab the foot. I pass it to my left hand. I get a scorpion's tail. So my left leg comes over, hooks his foot and drives it up. At the same time, I come out now. I'm here. I've got hold of this with my left. My right hand can come in here and knock Harry over. So let's go this way. So I've come out the back door and I go in here and I knock Harry over like a double leg. And what I'm going to do, because the camera angle and everything, is I filmed this 7 years ago and I was able to really get the details. So just give me 1 second. I want to share something.
Now watch what I want to do. Caroline, watch. See my left heel? is going to pull Tristan's heel like a scorpion sting off the ground and toward my tail, like
Notice Tristan's a white belt here.
that lets my right leg come out. My right hand. Now he can't win. Right? Whereas as long as I was holding with two hands, I might be able to get to my knees, but it's a big struggle. The key is to pass into your left hand, freeing up your right hand. So now you can get that posting hand out there, but I can't get my foot out until I lift his leg up with my scorpion tail, slide your right leg out, your left leg out. So yeah, like that. And he's like this. So you're going to win the... Here's the evolution. I jumped ahead a little bit. So this is 25 years ago. I'd say that. So here's the idea. I did what you kind of did. You go down there, you grab the leg, one leg. You haven't got the other leg. You lift up his leg. You come out. You're here, but then he does that. So you can't push him down because he does that. And you end up in the same position. You see what I'm saying? So then the next evolution was, well, I know I can get out to my knees, but when I do it, Tristan's going to stand up on his leg. I'll grab it now. So that then when I come out, he can't stand up. Sorry, I jumped in the evolution. But you see the idea? So I want to grab his leg now, so that when I do come out to my knees, he's got no post. Okay, that's that. So I consider that to be the second one, but technically I'm not right, but it doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's do that. So go south. Go
Just
south.
keep watching this because Caroline's a blue belt at this
Now,
stage.
get under that leg.
High under
When
the butt.
when I come under that leg, I grab the toes, not the ankle. Because and I grab the ankle, I pass it in and grab the toes. Because by grabbing the toes, it's building elasticity into the system, so we can't bust out of it as easy. You know, like that's why they pull cars, I think, out of bogs now with the rubber thing. So because you don't want it to snap. So if I grab the toes, when he tries to kick his leg out, the ankle's flexing and he's not getting that thing. So you pass it into your left hand. Like grab, pass it to your left hand. Grab his toes. Now your right hand's free. Now undo your legs. Your left foot is going to hook his ankle up towards your butt so you can suck your right leg flat out. Just suck it out. Now get up on your right hand and right foot and drive him down toward me. There you go. If I have to leave you with, this is a vast subject because you could do, what if he's got the underhook? Yeah, there's a lot of things. But if you're telling me you're getting the underhook a lot, they would be the first.
This one's fairly simple. It's just about the leg grip. It is the same.
Okay, did you?
So other thing is just measuring out how far you want to be from the ground because you need to be the same length as your arm. So you can't really do it from standing, if that makes sense. There's something really pretty way into this. Don't crouch. And if I find it, I will teach you next week. I don't know. For the moment, this crouch.
I don't know what that is. Is anyone else hearing that?
That might be on our background.
Sorry.
Yeah, or something.
Okay, did that footage of that technique make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Question though.
Yep.
At the last bit there, where you basically got their back, why would you push them down? Why wouldn't you just?
You can go. So this is where, as John said, he's got a lot of techniques you can do. I could grab Harry's belt and that and hips and take the back. John's got the leg. You basically, all you need to do is reach through because John's littler and just knock them over. And then you've got side control. So there's a lot of, it's like a Y intersection or a cross intersection. There's a lot of things, a fork in the road. There's a lot of things you can do. And John just chose that way. But he did say that, you know, there's a whole topic there. I will show you a couple of things from there. I just want to highlight something. This is something that was wasted on me for many years. And I just need you guys to understand how to get your right hand out and support yourself on your shoulder. I took a while to learn this, and I think I'm going to explain it. So I'm here on the ground, and I need to get, I'm like this. and I need to get this right hand to there. It's very difficult because you've got weight on you as well. What you've got to do is go up onto your shoulder and now lift your hip a little bit. This is also for Luke and Dane because people don't do this. This is a skill that this is like a high level skill that I only really picked up, a few years ago. So you go here, out. Do you see how my hand came out? And now I've still got them. Now I can do the technique. And you might say, oh, that's not hard. It was hard for many years for me. So when I hip escape, I always put my elbow, whenever I'm hip escaping, I'll hip escape towards you. I always, backwards. I always come up now onto that shoulder and shove that elbow out. Why? Because I know that if I get that elbow through, I can get up to here. And as a tall person, I struggle with things that are long that sort of need a pyramid structure to get up. So for here, so you're underneath them, you're in deep half guard. You pass the foot, you pass the ankle to the other hand, and the other hand's grab the toes. And now you've got to get this hand out. It's difficult. You go up on the shoulder, go out, take your elbow under you, goes out, under, and now you can stand up. And then, because John's little, and depending on how much weight's on you, he dives under and grabs the leg in the front and just plants them down. Harry, I'm under Harry, and I've gone in deep. So I've gone in here and here. Hang on, okay. So I've gone in. Can I see this? Yeah, bring it down. Okay, good. So I'm here. Now, this hand's through, this hand's here. So as John says, he grabs the ankle with his right hand. He passes it to his left hand, and the left hand grabs the toe line. Boom. Now, I have to scorpion tail. Left foot goes over, lifts the foot up to my buttock, and I free the other leg. And now I'm nearly out, but I can't get my right hand out because Harry's got weight on me. Puts weight on me. I'm like, oh, how do I do this? I pyramid up on my shoulder and head, take my hand out. Now I can come up, but Harry's got maybe more weight on me. So now I know that I can just dive through, grab that ankle, knee, and knock him over. So the reason John knocks the person over is because you had weight on you and you couldn't quite get all the way out. So you went back under, but this time your hand was in front. I've got out the back door. I'll just do it again and show you the other alternative, which is the one that I do use, okay? So I use both. I use this method to trap the legs because I like it. So I'm here playing half guard. I reach in, boom, and I grab the foot. Now I would roll Harry now, but oh no, it didn't work. I realize I've got to go out the back door. So scorpion tail, up on the shoulder, come out. Now I've come right out. I've come right out this time. I've still got hold of the foot. Now I can grab waist and go into the back, which is the question, Greg, you asked before, which you can actually do. So this time I want to have a look at, figure out where the camera is. I want to have a look at the sequence. I'll talk you all through it and we'll get everyone doing the sequence so I can leave you with this sequence now. All right. So this in the sweeping series, this is number 2. Number 1 is I roll them forward and keep rolling. Number 2 is they stop and I have to go back door. And then number 3 is Well, I've kind of got out and I've got a post, I'll just roll straight over my back and take them the other way. So we'll link all 3 sweeps together. Those 3 sweeps, the 1, 2, 3, I call them, of deep half guard, I have used for 7 years. And I hardly ever get to number 3 because I've always rolled them at number 1 or number 2. That's it. There are other sweeps, waiter and this and that, which we can do. I've never entered the legs from deep half. I know you can, and I've got a sequence that we'll do at some other time because I've never got to there because I've always swept them before I've got to the legs. But now I'm thinking I'm going to enter the legs, and I might show Luke and Dane that with Harry. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'd like to see Lucas go first, and I'd like to see you do number 2, which is they put the brakes out, they post, and I will talk you through it from number 2 onwards. And everyone watch Lucas first, and let's just see how he goes.
So Travis,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you're pyramiding, when you pyramid back up so you can go out, couldn't you grab the arm and couldn't you grab the left arm and then just roll towards?
Yes. Yeah. So you could go. So you've got the knee on the far side. You can trap and knock them over. That's what we're doing. But you could grab.
Is it me?
Oh.
Put him on the thing. When you're from here. Look at what's wrong. Because it recognizes it already.
Take it. Okay. So I could see that it got frozen then. So Lucas, to answer your question, if I track the knee that's closest to me, the far side knee, I can knock them over. You're right, you could reach him. So I don't know if you actually reach it, whereas their knee is pretty close to you. But I think you could experiment. So how about you have a crack at the technique now while we're all watching?
Okay.
Okay, good. So he's in half guard. He's got his fracture. He's gone deep. He's gone underhook. Yeah. Pulls him forward. And traps his dad's leg. Oh, good. Now. Okay. Hey, Lucas, could you do it again? I just didn't see it. Just take it for the, yeah. So half guard. Good. Goes in deep, grabs the foot, ankle. Yeah, left hand grabs the foot. Left hand grabs the foot. Scorpion tail clear. Good. And your dad fell. Good on you. That was good. Hey, mate, that was good. Well done. That was good. Okay, Greg, over to you guys.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, good half guard everywhere. Go deep. So right hand goes elbow deep. Left hand goes underhook side. Good. Yes, yes. Continue. Punch your right hand through. Right hand through. Drop your left leg down. Yep. Now, left arm pass. Yep. Pass it to your left toes. Good. Yep. Grab the toes. Scorpion tail with your left leg. I take your left knee out of there. That's it. Take it out. Now grab her leg and pull her foot back to your buttock and punch your right leg out so you're free. Punch your right leg out. Yep, punch it out. That's it. Good. Now do a pyramid with your shoulder and get your right arm up. Yep, out, free. Get up, and then knock her over. Go underneath with your. Drop your head under. Drop your head under. Drop your head under and grab the far side knee with your right hand. Cup it and knock her over. Yep, well done. Look, that's pretty good, guys. You know, without being in your lounge room, you know, that's not too bad. I'd like to do it again just to talk you through the process, because if you practice this, right, this process, like I said, I never get past this sweep. I always go sweep 1 and then I'm on to sweep 2, which is this one. I never get to sweep 3. So that makes sense to me because I've beaten them. So let's do it again. Someone different. Lucas, you do yours. Yep, someone different. All right, good. So I'll talk you through it in Greg's family here. Okay. Oh, Chelsea, good. All right, so half guard, good, deep, good. Other hand goes around. Right hand grabs their left leg, grab it at the ankle, lift the foot up, grab it with the toes with your left. Good. Scorpion tail his leg with your left foot, pull it up to your buttock, kick your right leg out. Now, if you can somehow get your right hand retracted, so go up on that shoulder and pull it out. Yeah, out behind you. And now you can just come out and post with that right hand. You could either go straight onto his back here or go underneath. Greg, just posture your hips up a little bit so we've got room there. Yeah. So now go back under, cup the far side knee, and then knock him over towards me. That's it. Good. That was all right. That was all right. Hey, guys. Greg, have you had a go?
No.
Greg, I want to see you do it. No, just give me, I've got one thing for Dave. All right, so Greg's in, and then we're finished. Greg's in half guard. He's got a good half guard. His shell's up. So, Greg, you don't want them cross-facing you. So you don't want Kylie having her left hand coming over your head and squeezing you. So, yep, you go deep. You go deep, elbow deep and getting tight. Left hand goes underhook on the other side, and you bump her forward a little bit. Good. Right hand now grabs her left ankle, passes it. Left hand grabs the toes. Good. Scorpion tail with the left foot. Drag that leg up. Now kick your right leg out and get up on your right side by, and Kyle, if you could just push your hips, come forward a bit to give him a bit of space. Yeah, now you can either go straight out to the back or knock over there. Yeah, you can knock there. Hey, good job. Seriously. That was a good job on wooden floor. That was really good. Hey guys, I'm going to change the topic because I've got something for Dane. I don't know if he's still there, Dane and Luke, but this is really cool. You're all going to like it. You can all try it. It's not, you're not hitting the ground as much. So I think you'll all enjoy it. Harry's going to sit behind me and he's going to pull a body triangle. Oh, see this? This is a body triangle. So it's actually on this foot goes up under his knee. He's 6'5". He should be up there. Thanks, Dane. Should be able to do it. I'm too wide, apparently. I've lost weight. But anyway. So he turns the angle a bit to get the body triangle. There you go. Oh, that's tight. Now, the thing you got to think about is, and we watched this the other night, was they're doing a body triangle to you, but they're finishing you with a choke. So whenever someone's on your back, you always got to counter the choke. The choke is what will end the fight. Full stop. I don't worry about the body triangle. If I go for the body triangle and he's choking me, game's over. It's over. It's over. So I don't worry about the body triangle. So I defend the choke. So he goes in for the choke. Now, the hand that comes over, that same side hand that I've got, grabs it. And I grab it, then I'll change hands. He will not be able to choke me now. So if he comes over and this is difficult to do. The opposite hand will reach up and grab his hand, but the same side can just grab it and pull it down. And then my hand comes in and stops it. He won't be able to choke me with this hand ever. It's gone. So that's the tactic I'm using. So I have to know some skills to stop the choke, and I have to last as much time as it takes for me to get out of the body triangle. Otherwise, I'm going to tap before I get out. So watch this. He goes to choke me. I'm giving myself time. I'm going to take my left leg, my right leg, and I kick it under and bring it here. So now I'm bringing the body triangle to the center. Still not going to let go of the choke though. I'm now going to take my left leg, push it over and bring the body triangle over here. And now it's undone. I'm going to do it to Harry and do a tight body triangle, okay? Okay, so he's locked on, it's tight. Now, a body triangle that Tristan was showing was here and then under here, right? So, what I've got to do, I'll just I'll lower the camera. You can Google body triangle escapes, right? And you'll probably get heaps of them. But this is the one that is taught by John Danaher and the Deaf Squad, Gordon Ryan, one of the world's best grapplers. This is what they all do. This is what I do. I got it from those guys. I don't waste my time on other stuff. And it makes sense to me. So I'm here. Right. Without the choke, not worrying about that. I get off the hook. I come back on the other side. You can see now I'm starting to separate this triangle. I get this leg into play. And then all I do, look, it's undone. So you think about it. Harry's choking me. I stop it. I kick my leg, take it to the other side, push, and I'm out. So the sequence is this body triangle teaches you to undo the lock like you undo a rope knot the opposite way. So I stop the danger up here. I kick my foot straight. I bring it to the outside. Boom. I bring that top leg across and it's already under. And once it gets over here, like he can probably change it maybe to the other side or whatever, but I will now be out and I will turn down. All right. What I'm going to do now is have a look at, just take the last bit, have a look at you guys getting out of a body triangle. So you've got to lock your legs around someone like this. So Greg, you should be able to do your kids.
Yeah.
I think that'll work. They might have trouble on you. Yeah. So just take your, Boris, take your left leg across to the right and trap it all on. Yep, good. And then put your, yeah, good. So what, Lucas, what you've got to do is not panic. You've got to kick your right leg straight and get off that hook. Go under it, and then now bring it across to the middle. Now bring your other foot across. There you go. Good job. Okay, over here. All right, good. You've got a good body triangle. So now what you're going to do is kick your leg off it and bring it to the middle. Good. Yep. Punch it. Bring it. Yeah, just go underneath that. Yeah, that's it. And you can bring the other foot under. And now you can take the other foot over. Now you can just reach down with one of your hands and undo it. There is no body triangle. So in the school, Jarrah does a body triangle. Haven't had too many others tried on me, but I think we need to have more body triangles in the school. So I'll be doing it on people, mainly not to get a tap or anything, but just so they practice getting out. So the procedure for the body triangle, which you all seem to know, which you all picked up, and you only have done it once or twice, we'll practice it at the school, is to take the triangle that's this side, punch your leg under it all, bring it all to the center, punch this leg under, and it's undone. That's how you get out of it. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy. It would take work because they're fighting you, but that's what you've got to do. Some people, there is things where people roll to the side and trap the triangle and then undo it. I haven't had that work for me under the pump. Under the pump, tell you what I do. Under the pump, the triangle's here. I will kick this leg down and bring it up. So I really do kick. I kick and bring it up high. And then it's kind of here. It's not a triangle anymore. It's just guard. Its body triangle is here. Once I get on the outside, this leg, it's now they're in guard. And so now I just deal with the guard escape. So that's what you've got to realize. All right. I think that's enough. Mainly because we're probably way over time, perhaps. Hey, just one thing. So just to finish off, I want you all to do one of the techniques, okay? So one of the sweeps forward or out the back door, or the body triangle, or the other sweep where you roll back the other way. So you've got a good understanding of deep half, or as good as it's going to get while we're in this situation. Okay. All right. So Lucas, you first. Show me something to finish off on.
You want to do?
Whoa. Boris, that was all right. Are we counting? That was pretty good. You went deep and you tossed him. That was good. Okay, over Greg, you guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh my God.
Okay, we're doing a body triangle. Good. Yeah, so kick your right foot, go underneath. Good. Take it to the center, take the other one. Now just unravel it. Well done, guys. And you would turn fast because you're still in the back. You actually haven't got out of their back, but you've got out of the triangle, the body triangle. Well done. Hey, Dane and Luke, you happy with that? Was that okay?
Yeah, that's been really good. Not only the body triangle escapes, but also the escapes from half guard were useful as well, or the sweeps from half guard. Sorry. Yeah.
So with the sweeps, like I said, it's 1, 2, 3. 1 is a forward sweep. 2 is actually out the back door, and 3 is the other way. I never get to do 3. I always get to do out the back door. They don't normally roll over unless I'm rolling someone new. And I've never entered the legs. And I watched all this stuff and I'm like, oh, because you can spin to X guard. And I'm thinking, oh, I've got to go to X guard. But you know what? In the heat of the battle, I'm probably just happy to have them off me and be on top. So I will be experimenting going X guard and then entering the legs simply because, well, that's what we do. And I'd like to do that. But look, thanks everyone for tuning in. Lucas, I just need to talk to you for a second, and everyone. How did you go, mate? You look like you were having fun. he's in all the sessions. Good on you, mate.
Fun.
Good on you. Look, you can use that stuff. Greg, your family, everyone had you all go, Kylie.
All good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's punch out of here, guys. I'll see you later, some stage during the week.
Thanks, Travis.
See you. See you,
Bye.
gang.
Bye. Bye, Sir
See you, Luke.
Travelers.
See you, Lucas.
Oh, I have another.
Oh, yeah. You got a joke?
Keep going. Come on.
Never mind.
All right, hey, mate, do you have any questions on technique?
No.
Good. So, yeah, deep half guard. How old are you, buddy?
10.
10, right. That's pretty cool. If you incorporate deep half guard into your game, you're gonna reverse a lot of people. You're gonna get on top easy, right? So one of the guys, I didn't mention this, but one of the guys, Tom DeBass, he's been around a long time. He's a really good roller, ADC champion. He said to me that, I didn't say it to me in one of his videos, I feel like they're talking to me, but he was like, it's such a good roll, it's such a good guard if you're a littler person, because you can get underneath them and the pivot point and the precision means that they can't really attack you, and you can actually then get on top of them. So a lot of times when you're little, like if you're attacking someone who's bigger than you, like let's say a 12-year-old or 13-year-old, and they get on top of you, you might be stuck. Whereas if you go, well, hang on a second, if I get to deep half guard, I've got their pivot point on top of me and I'll roll them over. So that's what you've got to take home, buddy. All right, catches.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
you. See you, Boris. Bye.
Thanks for Travis.
See you, mate.